Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Cheap Air's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. It was another warm one today, but not as warm as it has been. And you remember I tell you, it hit 112 the other day. Okay, so that was warm. But today it only hit like 100 or 101, and it sure seemed like it was hotter. And it wasn't because of humidity. The humidity was still down around 12 or 14%. So I don't know why. It might have been just my imagination that it felt hotter, but boy, it sure did feel hotter. So anyway, I got a few things I want to show you. One thing is, let's go over here and I'll show you my redneck temporary fix for my air conditioning in the van, because I still have to drive around. Well, what was happening was most of the time the air was blowing out under the dashboard, coming down like through the heater vents, and then when I get up to a certain speed, the vacuum would increase and then it would come out the defrosts, but it wasn't coming out of these vents, so it's not getting to my body up here where I'm sitting in the seats. It's way too hot. So what I did was I got me some 3-inch pipe, a couple of fittings, and I wired it in place so it can't fall down. It's nice and solid, and it blows right up through the steering wheel here and hits me right about just above my stomach and keeps my upper body cool while I'm driving. So that's my temporary fix until I can get the finished fix done, and I'll get to that whenever I can. I try not to drive all the way into town unless I am going there for other things, because it uses too much gas, and of course I'm a little poor guy, so I don't have the money for all that extra travel. So in the meantime, that's what's going on. So I mentioned this is the box that unit came in, and it was torn open like this. So I think it wasn't just somebody opening the box to see what was inside. I think somebody actually bought this thing, took it to install it, screwed up the job, and brought it back saying, never mind, it's too hard, I want my money back. Dishonest people like that will pay for it in the long run. But anyway, this works great. And I can give it a little adjustment one way or the other to make sure that it hits me just right, but where it was just right. And I've got mechanics wire tying it up so it can't fall down accidentally and get under my pedals or anything, so don't worry about that part of it. But this works for me for right now. Of course, if I have a passenger riding with me on these hot days, they're not going to get any of that air conditioning because it's not coming out on their side. Well, it is. It's coming down to the floor, but that's only going to make their feet cold. Anyway, that's that part. And I did go into town today because I had to pick up another item at the post office, something that was sent to me as the next item that I have to review. And I'll be doing the unboxing on that either later tonight or tomorrow. In the meantime, here's that 628 amp hour battery. Yes, I took it out of the box. It was too cumbersome in there, and I don't know. I think something that's gonna have to be fixed on this is the Bluetooth. Okay, this is a metal case. Okay, it's metal all the way around. And normally that one, like that one that's sitting over there, the 314 amp hour, that one's half the power of this one. Okay, so there's two of those built into this. But the Bluetooth, as soon as I leave the back of the van here and I get maybe 6 or 8 feet away from the van, the Bluetooth cuts off. And I think it's because of the metal box and the metal van together is just too much for the Bluetooth signal to get through. Now I can go inside the cabin, sit in my kitchen, and I can pick up that one and read all of the stats on it from there. And that's got to be 25, 28 feet from here. This one here, nope. As soon as I walk away from the van, it drops the signal. So I'll have to work on that. And I thought maybe taking it out of the box would help, but it didn't. What I did notice is another add-on that they did to this is these little covers for the cables, and they just slide on so you can turn them to whatever direction your wire's going. So that wire's going downward slightly, so I can put it like that. And they protect the terminals from direct shorting. Pretty cool. Nice heavy metal handles here. And as soon as I can, I'm going to get this out of here, and we're going to take that cover off and see what's inside. Yeah, who wants to see that? Show of hands. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Would you like to see that? That charger is outstanding for getting this thing done. This is fully charged now. And it was funny the way it told me that it was fully charged. I was inside and it sounded like my generator was running out of fuel. It was, you know, and I'm like, what's going on out there? So I came out here and I took a look, and what it was this was right at the full charge mark. So the charger was going into the shutoff with just the red light and green light, and then it would be off for a few seconds, and then it would come back on to try to give it 1 or 2 more little volts into the battery, and run just for a few seconds, and then it would go to green light again. So I said, well, that's it. So I checked the app, and it said 100%. So I'm okay. I'm 100% on that battery. I can't wait to try this thing out. Now, I may end up getting that out of there and bringing it inside and hooking it up to my window air conditioner and using a pure sine wave inverter. See how long that thing is going to run, that air conditioner. And I'll probably have to start that experiment first thing in the morning when I get up. And that won't be a bad thing, because that's before the sun actually gets full on my panels. So this won't be connected to panels, but I usually don't turn the air conditioner on that early because the sun isn't on the panels yet. But right now, if I put that in there, I'm just going to run straight off the battery and see how long that runs that air conditioner. That's going to be interesting, because that's 8,038 watt hours. I can run 8,038 watts for an hour on there, and I'm only going to be running about 400 watts on there, so that's going to be a long time running on that air conditioner. That's going to be interesting. I may have to do the air conditioner and the freezer together on it and see what that does. All right, everybody, that's about it for today. I got to get things cleaned out of here. I got tools in here from the last job I ran up and did. And I was going to stop on my way home from picking up this battery yesterday. I was going to stop at one of the local gold producing creeks down the pass and dig myself up some tailings and put them in a couple of buckets and bring them up here to work them out. But I decided that I got too much stuff in the van here. Not going to be a good thing to do. So I'll have to do that on another trip and get it all on video. So that's about it for today, everybody. I want to thank y'all for joining me. This is G-Bear signing off.